George Clooney has always been seen as Hollywood's golden boy, the charming actor, the political activist, and the man who finally settled down with international human rights lawyer Amal Clooney. For years, they were considered one of the most powerful couples in the world, balancing the glamour of Hollywood with the sophistication of global diplomacy. But what once looked like an unshakable marriage is now unraveling in the most shocking way. Reports are swirling that the FBI has become involved in George Clooney's personal life amid his explosive divorce battle with Amal. Sources close to the situation claim that federal investigators have frozen certain financial accounts connected to George, sending shockwaves through Hollywood and beyond. The news has left fans speechless, wondering how such a polished and respected figure could find himself entangled in such chaos. The cracks in George and Amal's marriage have been rumored for months, but what was once whispered behind closed doors is now playing out very publicly. Insiders describe heated arguments, growing differences, and a lifestyle that seemed impossible to merge. Amal, with her prestigious career and international commitments, reportedly grew frustrated with George's Hollywood projects and social circle. Meanwhile, George felt increasingly alienated, living in Amal's shadow when it came to global influence. But this divorce isn't just about emotions. It's about money, reputation, and power. With joint properties spanning from Los Angeles to Italy's Lake Como, plus business ventures and investments in multiple countries, their financial split has turned into a war zone. And now, the FBI's involvement has taken things to a whole new level. The mention of the FBI immediately raises eyebrows. Why would federal agents be involved in what is supposed to be a private divorce? According to sources, the FBI was tipped off about irregular financial activities that allegedly surfaced during the asset division process. Some reports suggest that Amal's legal team flagged suspicious transfers and offshore accounts, triggering an investigation. Whether George was aware of these activities or not remains unclear, but the fact that accounts have reportedly been frozen paints a grim picture. For George, this isn't just a financial inconvenience. It's a personal humiliation. The actor has built his reputation not only on his career but also on his image as a philanthropist and activist. The idea that he could be entangled in something that requires FBI oversight cuts deep into that carefully curated persona. Sources close to Clooney say that the stress of the ongoing divorce and the financial freeze has left him in tears behind closed doors. Friends describe George as someone who has always been in control, the kind of man who can handle the spotlight with ease. But this situation has reportedly broken him down. Between the emotional toll of losing Amal, the legal battle over millions, and the embarrassment of being under FBI scrutiny, George is said to be struggling to keep it together. He has reportedly confided in a few close friends, expressing fears about his reputation, his career, and even his legacy. For a man who has spent decades building himself into one of Hollywood's most respected figures, this kind of public unraveling is devastating. On the other side of the storm is Amal Clooney. Known worldwide for her legal brilliance and humanitarian work, Amal has remained composed in public, refusing to comment directly on the divorce. However, her silence speaks volumes. Insiders claim Amal is focused on protecting her career, her reputation, and most importantly, her children. What makes this situation even more complicated is Amal's deep understanding of international law. She knows the ins and outs of legal battles better than anyone, and that gives her an undeniable advantage in divorce proceedings. Some speculate that her legal expertise may have directly influenced the FBI's decision to investigate George's finances, as she likely knows exactly where to look and what to question. The big question now is, what happens next? George Clooney has two battles ahead of him, one in the courtroom and another in the court of public opinion. If the FBI clears him of wrongdoing, it may restore his reputation, but the emotional scars of this divorce will be much harder to heal. On the other hand, if any wrongdoing is uncovered, it could be catastrophic not just for his career but for everything he has built over the past decades. This is truly one of the most shocking Hollywood divorces we've seen in years, and with the FBI involved, it's clear that this story is far from over. What do you think about George Clooney's situation? Do you believe this is just a misunderstanding, or is there more going on behind the scenes than we realize? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss the latest updates. We'll be following this story closely and bringing you every new twist as it unfolds.